Alrighty, hello there. Ramsey show just ended, and as usual, we wait for a couple people to get over in the chat from there. Today is episode 70 of the Ramsey show, Aftershow show. And while we're waiting, I'll type my email address: coachstevemoney@gmail.com. I should probably have these on my sheet so I can just copy and paste, shouldn't I? I would do that if I was smart. Donation, what up, AJ? Donation link, https://paypal.me/coach Steve Money. Alrighty. You can't hear me, right, AJ? Assuming. What up, Cindy? Just say yes, you can hear me. That way I don't have to check. Looks like I might have to check. If you can hear me, say you can hear me. What up, Boosted? Alright, I guess I'll check then. Okay, thanks, Cindy. Appreciate it. I'm gonna have to get somebody to just when you come in and you can hear me, just say you can hear me immediately. That way I don't have to worry about it. Got the Diet Coke here. Diet Coke, sponsor me. All right. I guess that's probably been long enough to wait. All right. What up, Adam? Thanks for joining us. Pull up my notes here, and since it's Friday, I do a song every day, and since it's Friday, I do this song. 7 a.m. waking up in the morning, gotta be fresh, gotta go downstairs, gotta have my bowl, gotta have cereal, seeing everything, the time is going, ticking on and on, everybody's rushing, gotta get down to the bus stop, gotta catch my bus, I see my friends kicking in the front seat, kicking in the back seat, gotta make my mind up, which seat can I take? It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend, Friday. Getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Partying, yeah. Partying, yeah. Fun. Looking forward to the weekend. Live from Columbus, OH. It's the Ramsey Show After Show, where we talk about the Ramsey Show. Let me move this over here. Where we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it, and all things financial. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I'm a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach. And you can schedule a free consultation assessment by emailing your contact info to coachstevemoney@gmail.com. You can also reach me on Instagram and Twitter at Coach Steve Money, no spaces. If you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, the URL for that is paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. All right, let me catch up with the chat. I am not a better singer than Rebecca Black. How dare you? I did screw up twice on that song. At least twice. Boosted, you might be alright. Singing without a 12-pack. Alrighty. Get my notes back. Here, today's Ramsey Show hosts were Christy Wright in the big chair and Ken Coleman co-hosting. Caller in the first hour told Christy, like your dad says, referring to Dave's advice. The CW said that she gets that all the time, especially on social media, that she is Dave's daughter. Christy set the record straight, saying that Ramsey personality Rachel Cruz and Denise, who works in Dave's foundation, are his daughters, but that she is not related to them. Market report. New highs today for the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the S&P 500, and the NASDAQ. And even the small cap Russell 2000 index was up 0.36% after being negative in early trading. Did it finish higher than that? Let's see. Yes, it did. 0.46%. So, fun times today. And after, I don't know what happened other than, I just don't know what happened. On what day was it? On Monday? Or was it Monday and Tuesday where it was down because people were worried about the Delta variant of the COVID? And nothing happened where they said, oh, that's not a problem anymore. Nothing came out that said inflation's not a problem anymore. It just decided, they just decided to be up this week, I guess. But I will take it. Let's see what we got for interesting things. S&P and NASDAQ both up a whole percent, which if you're just looking for 10 to 12% a year, if you get 1% in a whole day, that's more than a month. Well, exactly a month if you're looking for 12%. So there you go. Well, we got Apple up 1.20. Alphabet, which is Google's owner, is that's Alphabet's the parent company, is up 3.58%. Microsoft 1.23. Amazon only up 0.5%. Facebook up 5.30%. Interesting. Tesla down for some reason. Let's see if there's anything. Dow Jones closes above 35,000 for the first time. That was that record I was talking about. Let's see if any of this is new stuff. No. All right. Oh, let's check on the your meme stocks there. Down 0.5%. A little bit more than 0.5% is AMC. And where did I see GameStop up almost 1% today? And oh, that was AMC. Already covered AMC. All right, and let's for fun check Europe. It's right up here, up at the top there. They're all good. Asia, mixed looks like. Currencies, and again, I don't quite understand this, but it looks like the euro is up against the dollar, or was down against the dollar today. I think that's how you read this, and the US dollar is up against the yen. Pound is down against the dollar. I should probably find out before I keep reading this. US dollar up against the Canadian dollar, and the Australian dollar down against the US dollar. And crypto, Litecoin down. Ethereum up 1.66%. That has been riding up ever since Elon Musk tweeted out that he owned some Ethereum. So obviously we just look at these just for information. Ramsey's advice is no single stocks. Too risky? No. Crypto? Too risky. Places don't even take it. China doesn't even take it at all. Not a long track record. You just can't trust it. So let's see what else we got here. This is, let's see, from some hedge fund. What hedge fund is it? It's Skybridge. He's a hedge fund founder, and he said you don't want to get vaccinated, leave. So if you want to work for him, and if you want to be in his office, you got to have the shots. So there you go. We're a private company. If somebody wants to fight me over the vaccine mandate, that's fine. Let's take it to the court. Yeah. That's if you have a company, you get to make the rules, and anybody that doesn't like it doesn't have to work for you or doesn't have to buy your product. Simple as that. Also, if you don't want to allow people to work remotely, you don't have to. It's your company. You can do what you want to with it. If they'd like to, if they're a fan of remote work, they can start a company and allow remote work. Let's catch up with the chat. Lots of chat. Let's see. Adam Block follows other financial advice people, looks like. Has everyone heard Wells Fargo is closing down all their lines of credit? Yes, Ellie, we had that on the show one day. It seems like about a month ago. Maybe it wasn't that long ago. I think at least like 3 weeks ago when that story first came out, we talked about it. I think it said they're going to, so they can concentrate on credit cards and some other kind of loans. So they're still doing the same thing, just not the personal lines of credit. All right. Yeah, Wells Fargo will find other people to, yep. They're just going to do the same other stuff that they're doing. They're just not doing the personal lines of credit. Maybe it's more problem than it's worth. I don't know. Don't know about that. Field reporter Sydney may well have sent me that. Actually, I think I found it and she sent it to me on the same day. So, let's see. Trying to catch up. Adam Block thinks that Wells Fargo wasn't making enough money off of them and wanted a sure bet. Yeah, they probably have more. Yeah, I mean, that's as easy to believe as anything else. Yep. Let's see. AJ, we're not anti other financial people, but we are pretty set on Dave's stuff. AJ's on baby steps 4, 5, and 6 right now. Been working well for him. Yeah. I mean, that's basically it. A lot of times other people come in and they say, well, have you tried this way or that way? And the problem is, anytime they start talking about somebody else's way, almost every single time it involves debt leverage. And we just don't do that. So that's why we just shut that down. I mean, and there's not, because like everybody that comes in the Ramsey show chat and starts talking about it, they think they're the first ones to come in and suggest that. When actually it's more like every day somebody comes in and suggests debt leverage as a way to do things. Even though almost assuredly they know that Dave Ramsey is against debt. And so that's what you call a troll. All right. Let's see. I found this. There was actually a different article on this, but then the article link went away, and I couldn't find that same article, but it was about investing in growth stocks over dividend stocks, and that's better for younger investors. This says, I don't know why it's not better for everybody all the time. But a lot of you start reading about investing and you see people's there's a bunch of like hip terms they start throwing out, like you got to hedge against something. The way you hedge against things like inflation or like anything else is you invest more. You invest more to make more, and then you have more. That's a way to hedge against inflation as well. Invest more, then you make more, and then you have more. So, but that's that, and so options and puts and all that stuff. That's single stock stuff. We don't do single stocks either. Too risky. But yeah, the people like that chase dividends. It just doesn't seem to make sense to me. I mean, I know you get money paid out every so often, but a lot of times those don't end up making as much money as your better mutual funds. So anyway, that's just the deal on that. But I lost. If I can find the other article, I'll feature that on Monday's show. But it seems to have gone away. Ellie doesn't follow everything Dave verbatim. Some of it has been down to better financial choices for her family. Yes, and we've discussed that before. So Boosted tried doing Dave-ish for a couple years, and you get ish results. Not till I finally bit the bullet and cut up my guards, and about went broke that I started going the right direction. Yeah. For me, ish did not work out well at all. Articles, I feel I have to choose a winner. What do you guys think about doing both total market growth and dividend? Dave doesn't have a total market category. He has large cap, mid cap, small cap, and international are his mutual fund categories, 25% in each. You also don't have the dollar cost averaging to try to figure out that because it's 25% in each. And so, yeah. Yes, Everyday Millionaires, which I believe might now be called Baby Step Millionaires, maybe in some distancing from a former employee they had. I don't know what's up with that, or they just wanted to call it that to keep it all together. Because when you call it Baby Step Millionaires, that links being a millionaire to Baby Step 1, where it seems like that would be the least likely thing that could happen. So, yeah, I miss Chris. Like I said, he was the one that did most of our coach training in the videos, and I'm sure they'll re-record those or something. Yep. But that's again, he did something wrong, and he then he didn't uphold Dave's standards, and then after that he and his wife both agreed to a plan. And this is supposedly, I wasn't there. He and his wife agreed to a plan in which they were going to go to marital counseling, and Dave was going to be apprised of progress in there. So he knew there was progress in there, and they both agreed to that. And then about 6 months later, the wife changed her mind about Dave getting reports on it. So then that's when he was no longer with the company. So let's see, what else we got? American Express is the Dow's top stock for 2021. Here's why. Again, we talk about stocks because they are in mutual funds, and just to know, what is going on with them. Because when you track it during the day, most mutual funds you don't see what's going on until the end. But like, for example, my large cap one. Let's go back to the main page of this. How come we're, oh, got a US, I guess. US, come on. Here we go. My large cap mutual fund always does maybe 10% or so, maybe more like 15% or so, better than the NASDAQ. So I can use the NASDAQ, which is an index fund, so that's reported throughout the day, so I know basically how it's going. So, but that's why we talk about, even though we don't invest in individual stocks, that's why we do talk about them. Also, because American Express is one of the top 3 stocks in Warren Buffett's portfolio. What is it? It's Bank of America, which Dave hates, and American Express, and Apple. And that's like, I want to say 30% of the portfolio over there at Goldman Sachs. And so that also is, because that's so high, that's also how he makes most of the money. So let's see what the Amex did. A quarterly profit of $2.3 billion. Somebody's using it and not paying it off every month, is what I'm thinking. Because if you used it and you paid it off every month, they wouldn't get money, except for the fees, I guess. So let's see, Amex puts Amex slightly ahead of Goldman Sachs. Okay, and so Amex is in Goldman Sachs. So Goldman, not Golden, sorry. So, but that's the basic deal on that. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Ellie doesn't think employers should know who's in someone's marriage. AJ wonders what sort of non-compete can be applied over personality and in a space such as the internet. Good question. Boosted says if you're an employer where you are in the public eye, it's different than just general employment. Yeah. Adam has no doubt there was a substantial non-compete. Sure. Well, why wouldn't you do everything legal that you can? And I'm sure they're told ahead of time, and they know ahead of time that Dave is a Christian and you have to act right in this company. You can't be doing, cheating on your wife or anything else. Bus says it's like trying to be the president. Your personal life is going to come up. Yeah. John Edwards back in 2004. Exactly. All right. So the Biden administration unveils new measures, if I could talk, to stave off foreclosures. Pandemic relief programs for homeowners are set to expire in coming weeks, months. So this I thought was interesting because this is going to affect the housing market. Because if the foreclosures are staved off, that's more time where they don't affect the supply and demand. So let's see what he advised. Let's see, all that we know. Sorry, I don't generally read these ahead of time, but can generally pick out the good information faster than this. And it's just telling what happened so far. Oh, nothing? At the end of the forbearance plan, homeowners will be provided with several options to compensate for missed payment, but will not be required to pay everything back all at once in what's known as a balloon payment. According to Fannie Mae, frequently mortgage lenders will tack on the balance that homeowners did not pay during the forbearance period onto the end of the loan. Yes, they will do that. Yeah, I don't see where it says what he's going to do. Latest steps are intended to allow the homeowners... Oh, White House announced the new assistance as other pandemic relief programs for homeowners are set to expire. Federal ban on foreclosure will lapse July 31st. A smaller program that granted a reprise with individuals backed by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac ends on September 30th. Yeah, so none of the article says what his new measures are. I don't see them. If they are in here, they are hiding. Oh, is this? Oh, the 3 government agencies that back mortgages, Departments of Housing and Urban Development, Veterans Affairs, and Agriculture, will provide homeowners with a roughly 25% reduction in monthly principal and interest payments. All right, may or may not help. The move is to bring the options available to homeowners with government-backed mortgages in line with what's offered to homeowners with mortgages backed by Fannie and Freddie. All right. That it? Yeah, that looks like it. So they're just going to give them a little bit of 25% help there. All right, let's see. He's a Christian, but would never impose their views on other people like that. But in all honesty, because of all that, I would never work for a company like that, no matter how lovely it looked. Yeah, I mean, but it's not a secret. Dave's a Christian. Dave told them they probably had to sign stuff that said they wouldn't do that. Or in the other lawsuit that's happening, co-workers having a child out of wedlock that worked there. I'm sure he, Dave's not stupid. I'm sure all of that, they had to agree to not do that in order to work there. So this is about shrinkflation, why your cereal boxes and ice cream cartons are shrinking. Less cereal in the box, smaller snack sizes, ice cream gone missing in a container. You're not losing your mind. You're actually paying the same price or more these days for everyday items in your fridge and pantry, but running through them more quickly because their sizes have shrunk. Tactic known as shrinkflation, deployed by consumer product brands and grocery stores. The phenomenon, getting less for your money because a manufacturer has reduced the size of the product, has been going on for decades, but it typically becomes more common when companies' costs go up, like the inflation surge we are seeing today. And it goes on all the time, even before the pandemic started. The type of toilet paper I get changed the amount that was included in a package, and the package price stayed the same. And that was before the pandemic happened, which we lovingly call the pandy here. So that's that. Yeah, long history of it. Yep. Whenever you see something that's smaller, and for us old people, I think that. Well, you guys can't. I can't. I don't have anything here to do the side, but I think like Reese's cups. I think they're smaller than they were. That's probably has happened, but it seems like they're a lot smaller than they used to be. For me, like the giant ones now that you can buy, I think were the regular size back in my day. All right, let's see what we got in the chat. AJ guesses that's what makes America great. AJ's Paul Harvey now. And with the rest of the story, he can run his business as he sees fit. You can criticize him and not work there, and we can all be friends at the end of the day. That's right, AJ. We need a better term than shrinkflation. I didn't make it up. It's even in quotes here. And it's on CNN Business. Come on now. You can't trust CNN Business? Let's see. Well, how long have we gone? 6:30. Okay. 30 minutes. Here's the average student loan debt. This from Field Reporter Sydney. Of borrowers 50 to 61 years old. Which... Okay, if they went to school when they were 40, maybe you can still have them at age 50, right? I hope these aren't people that had student loans when they were 18 to 22, graduated at 22. or worse, didn't graduate at 22, and they still have them. But anyway, so I thought this would be interesting. Let's see how much this is. According to statistics from the U.S. Department of Education's Q4 2020 data, however you like to say it, borrowers in this age group have an average balance of $42,290.32, which is nearly as much as the highest average debt load of $42,373.23 carried by the age bracket below them, 35 to 49-year-olds. All right, what else does it have to say about it? The number of overall loan borrowers drastically decreases after age 49, so they have the same average, but there's way less after 49. I would hope so. I would hope they're paying those off. Talks about refinancing student loans in your 50s. Parent Plus loan. Could you imagine your parent co-signed for a Parent Plus loan for you, and you're 50 years old and haven't paid it off? That's crazy. Given you likely have had your loans for years by the time you turn 50, you may have already refinanced numerous times. The good news is you can refinance your student loans as many times as you'd like. You can also take advantage of your age. If you've been building a history of on-time loan payments all these years, you may have a higher credit score and may be in a better spot to qualify for a lower interest rate. All right. None of these are making me happy here. Is it going to say anything about... No, it looks like... Oh, now they're just ranking them. Yeah. Okay, so this was just basically an ad for refinancing your stuff, just by giving you a little bit of information. That was my bad. I got sucked in by it. But that's a lot of borrowers that haven't paid off their student loans. Crazy. That's why it's great to spread your news between services. Somewhere between all of them is the truth, Adam says. AJ signed up for a couple classes in English, I hope. AJ, kidding. I kid. I'm a kidder. In what, sir? Oh, weren't you doing something HVAC or certification or something like that? Ellie knew a lady years ago who had over $200,000 in student loans for a teaching degree. She's currently in her 60s and 70s, 60s, 70s. Yeah. 200K sounds like, unless that was a master's, dog, even still, that sounds like private college money for that. Private college and out of state. Whatever you can do to make it cost more. I bet the houses in the town were really pretty, though. One of Ellie's old roommate's parents did a Parent Plus, and they still are paying on it over 20 years later. Yeah. AJ's already licensed HVAC in Texas, he wants me to know. Going back for accounting. All right. So he can be... what was that number that Kevin on The Office used when it didn't work and he wanted it to work? He would just... What was it, Clevin or something like that? Or Clevin, he called it. I don't remember. Master's degree, but still, master's degree in teaching, you get a lot more money from teaching. Was she teaching, Ellie? And I don't know what you want to call it, fortunately or unfortunately, in teaching they make you. That's why teachers are third most common of the now so-called everyday, I messed up, baby steps millionaires. Because your job makes you put X amount towards retirement immediately. So, yeah, and because of that, my ex-wife and I got it took us longer to get out of debt. since we didn't have that available, but you don't have a choice when you're a teacher. She couldn't get a job teaching. Oh no. Master's degree in teaching. She ended up being a tutor for a tutoring company. Oh my gosh. That's why you don't get loans for school. Or anything really, but like going to college is supposed to provide you with the income at the very least to pay these things back. Wow. All right, and let's see. I think one last thing. This is also from field reporter Sydney. Hundreds of Indian street vendors found to be secret millionaires. An income tax raid revealed over 250 street food vendors and scrap dealers have been buying homes and cars while evading taxes. And that is where? Here? In the United States? India. No, India has hundreds of ordinary citizens who are secretly millionaires, hiding out in plain sight as they challenge class stereotypes and the income tax department. That's IT over there. I wonder what they call tech support over there. The IT department has identified over 250 street food vendors and scrap dealers who are actually millionaires in Kanpur. Apologies if that is pronounced incorrectly. These included fruit and vegetable sellers, owners of small pharmacy shops, grocers, rag pickers, sanitation workers who managed to evade taxes for years. Yeah, if you keep all your taxes, that allows you to buy more stuff, maybe invest more. They saved up and spent more than 35.7 million Indian rupees, which is $103,000 here, almost $504,000 to buy properties. So, okay, so it's probably their properties that went up in value. They found that hundreds of these millionaires had not paid any taxes beyond their goods and services tax registration, which is the indirect tax for the supply of goods and services. They're not registering their business. Says they were caught after someone used details from their PAN card and identification number, PAN, assigned to all taxpayers in India. A misstep that spiraled into hundreds of tax evaders getting caught. All right. I just thought that was interesting. All right. It seems they were not just doing the baby steps to get there. They were doing something illegal. AJ likes the accounting side of things, and it's what he currently does, but he'd like to get some formal education since he's self-taught. Yep. You could be doing it wrong, AJ. I guess as long as the right answer comes out, it doesn't matter if you're doing it wrong, as long as you get the right answer. Despite what they tell you in school. You don't have to show your work at work, maybe. Oh, good. Ellie says it gets worse. That was a sarcastic good. That lady, her husband got a terminal illness. They also had their house destroyed in a flooding wildfires and ended up living in a trailer, and she was the only income. Yikes. If you had the wrong answers, AJ, you probably, how long you been doing it? How long you been doing the accounting there? Probably would have been found out by now. All right, it was time for the Ohio. Stay. Fact of the day. Let's see which one we are up to. I don't know what I'm going to do after this is over. I may try to look for a different. I'll look for a different list. I guess in Ohio first, and then maybe I'll switch to a different state. Maybe, probably Virginia, which is where I came from originally. Several after being born in Germany. Several well-known personalities were born in the OH. Among them, Steven Spielberg, did not know that. Did not know Paul Newman. Did not know Annie Oakley. Did not know Arsenio Hall. Did not know Clark Gable. I knew who the people are. I did not know they were born in Ohio. There's some other ones. I know Drew Carey lived in Ohio. I don't know if he was born here. And we already had that one, the Drew Carey show set in Cleveland. Yeah, there's other ones. Like really famous ones too that were born in Ohio. Can't remember. The flashback scene in Black Widow is set in Ohio. That's a bonus. Don't say I don't do anything for you people. Oh, Sid has an Ohio fact of the day. AJ, if you've been doing it for 10 years, you're probably okay. If they haven't found it by now, they're probably not going to find it, even if you are making a mistake, so it doesn't matter. Ellie's dad was an accountant, and he told her that if she ever thought of becoming one, he'd kill me. I guess he didn't like it. Sid says the Cleveland Indians is now the Cleveland Guardians. You are correct. I heard that on the way home today on the local sports radio station. You are correct. And they've the Cleveland Indian fans, supposedly the ones that the hosts of this radio show have heard from, have said that the Indian fans that they talked to they said they just have to get used to it. There wasn't like outrage or anything like that. They didn't say they hated it or anything like that. But you do have the people that say they didn't go far enough away from it because the end of it's still the same. Like now when they go on a winning streak, they call themselves the Windians, and they still could because Guardians is the same ending of it. And so AJ's wife is starting to study for her CPA, so you guys will all be numbered out by the time you get done working. Yeah. Oh, it's a handy tweet link that I can tweet that, you guys you see this in the chat where it says, congratulations, you've received 100 messages today with Restream Chat. Maybe not. Maybe that's just for me. I use an app that even though I hardly ever have any, every once in a while, I hardly ever have any chatters from Twitch. This app that I have pulls in both chats. That's convergence there. And so it pulls in from both chats, so I could just use this one app to chat in both chats at the same time. So I did get one the other day, actually. And I generally get, like in the teens of views, like when I check it a few days later, in the teens number of views, of course, that could be just for 1 or 2 seconds. I did get more stuff in the chat when I allowed links in it. I didn't know the links were on by default over there on the Twitch, and so I would get people that would come in and just put in like stuff like get more followers, basically buying followers, and put in links and stuff, but I figured out how to turn that off. The good news is the team's changing names is the least of our worries. Yeah, that's true. Ellie's part native, boosted to you, we got good representation, I guess, in Missouri Cherokee. I forgot where are you, boosted? What state? I can't remember. It's been so long since you abandoned me, sir. I do appreciate you coming back. It's good to see you. I don't talk much with the other people from that first FPU class, but every once in a while, Louisa comes in. What about prom, Blaine? He's in Oklahoma. Okay, all right. Cool. Yeah, I got the movie reference. I've done that one several times on here. where the wind comes blowing through the... Oh, that's the song, right? Speaking of Oklahoma, supposedly Oklahoma and Texas, back to sports. The sports report. I don't have a theme for the sports report. Oklahoma and Texas trying to talk about leaving the Big 12 and moving to the SEC, which will basically make that even more of a super conference than it is now. And yeah, so they will own the show. They already do. They just signed a huge deal with ESPN already, and so unfortunately the Big Ten is just Ohio State and pretty much nobody else. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But that's like I said, that's billions and billions of dollars in the college football. All right, let's see what streams we got coming up. Any this show, the Ramsey Show, Aftershow show, is every weekday, whether it's a repeat or not of the Ramsey Show. I do a new show, and that is at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, or whenever the Ramsey Show is over. Sometimes it goes a minute or so over. So I have that. I have, let's see, maybe this weekend we'll finish up this game that Stephen Glenn, he's a board game designer, and he's my friend, and we were playing this game. This is not his game though, but this is where you just call the plays against each other, and it goes, whoops. I need to do that. There we go. All right. What was I going to say about this? Oh, yeah, I think it's down there. The designer of this game commented on there. As you can see, the only comment. How many views does it have? 27 views, so not that many. But Pro Strategy Football, the designer of it, enjoyed it. And that was great. It's great to get some... props from the people that designed it, but it's a pretty fun game. It's not Madden graphics, wouldn't expect it to be, but it like I said, you just call the plays and it figures out everything for you. We were previously playing a NFL dice game that is basically the same thing as this, except it didn't have the graphics, and also Mr. Glenn had to check the charts to see what our dice rolls all meant, and of course this game does all that for you. Let's see what else we have. Probably be doing a tech support video this weekend. Father-daughter video gaming on hiatus until Bella gets back to me with what game she wants to play and when she's available. That's that, but we did this game called It Takes Two for over 13 episodes. That's a full, complete gameplay there, full playthrough, and that was really fun. Like I said, Tech Support with Coach D Money is a show that I've done one time 2 weeks ago, 18 views. It's basically something that I was already doing on my own, and I thought I could just do this and film it and go live with it, and it would be some maybe decent content. I go over to the Reddit tech support /r/tech support and look at people's problems. I sort by new, and I look at brand new problems that people have posted on there. And I go over what their problem might be and what the normal steps to troubleshoot would be. Let's see, music. I don't know when I would have other music stuff. Because I don't do music, and this is just my favorite band. I recorded them in 1993 on a VHS camcorder, and I digitized it, and so that's why they're on there now. So, but as far as this weekend, like I said, maybe we'll finish this. We'll finish this game. Let's see if I can get it to show you the play. Yeah, there it is. That's like after we do that, it's just you got tackled right there. So the graphics aren't anything crazy. That's for Madden. Actually, I think since we got time, why don't I just show you? I think my biggest, my most watched video, I believe, is in computer. And it is one of the earliest ones I did. No. Did I do that one live? Oh, I might have done it in video gaming. I apologize. Yeah, this one, which it looks like it was one of the first ones I did. But it was used online and offline, Origin Access at the same time. It's now called EA Play. And look at that. Look, I had that for a document for my... And that's back when I was at PU Steve at Gmail. That's before Coach Steve Money even. So, but yeah, this just shows you how you can do that at the same time. Like my kid, because my kid is always playing Sims, and if I want to play Madden at the same time, there's a way I can do it. And this one shows how to do it. And it has had 389 views. How about that? Yeah. Alrighty, let's see how. That's how Boosted does. Is it plug turning it on and off? Plug in, right? Right. Those are the first steps. Always. You're right. You guys are right. Oh, I knew AJ was leaving to do some food soon. Got it. Yeah, it does kind of remind me of Tecmo Bowl. That's right, Adam. Let's see. Alright, I guess we're about done here. I'm just trying to catch up with the chat, see if there's any. Yeah, that's it. Did you try to smack it? Is a good idea. For now, is that tech support or is that marital counseling there, Ellie? Are you doing marital counseling these days? That's funny. Alrighty, let's go. What do I need to do? Go back. Back. To my, there we go, to my channel. And here's what we do. We make smart financial decisions every day. That's what we try to do. And that's my advice to you. That rhymes. I might wrap that at some point. But yeah, I guess that's it. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. I will, like I said, I may go live sometime this weekend. Maybe we'll play another, I don't have a definite, but maybe Stephen Glenn and I will finish that other game, and perhaps I'll do a tech support thing. I may even go back to and play some more Alien Isolation, which I basically stopped doing a long time ago. But yeah, I may do that or something like that, because I probably have some free time this weekend. I can probably do at least one of sometime. You take care too, Boosted. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate everybody's support. Thank you so much. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please like if you haven't. Hit the notification bell, because that way you get notified when I go live at the spur of the moment, which I do sometimes. So, alrighty. Oh, I guess that's it. I've already said it. I'll say it again. Make smart financial decisions every day. And according to Boosted, I need to stay on here for like another 20 seconds or so. So I will, so that it doesn't cut off too early. And then I need like a countdown thing like he suggested. OH.